Does it feel like nothing ever changes? Does it feel like you're repeating the same cycle? Are you doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result? The only way things are going to change is if you decide it will. No one's coming to save you and no one's going to change things for you. And if you keep making the same decisions day in and day out, then you're going to go nowhere. You're on that road to absolutely nowhere. You can't expect things to change unless you put the action in. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. We live on this hamster wheel. We keep thinking this is the only way there is, that nothing is ever going to change, that we're not going to grow, we're not going to evolve. But if you keep making the same decisions day in and day out, how are you going to expect a different result? That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. How can you evolve if you don't change with the times? How can you evolve if you keep doing the same things with the same people over and over again? We think we're stuck. We think we're stuck on this hamster wheel. We think we're stuck in the life that we have. But we have the power to change at any moment. But we refuse to. We think, well, it's not even that. We think we can change. But when you say you can't, you're effectively saying you won't, because everyone can change. And I know I sound like a broken record because I keep fucking saying that, but you can change. Everyone can change. I literally was living on that cycle. I was repeating the same toxic patterns over and over and over again. I didn't know that there was anything outside of the world that I lived in. But I didn't know that I had the power to change it. And I think that's why we get stuck, is because we don't realize how much power we truly have. But we have the power every single day to make a different choice. We have the power every single day to make that change. If you think that your life is boring or that everything is mundane and, you're living this mediocre lifestyle because you haven't left the fucking village and you're literally doing the same thing that everyone else does, you're effectively walking around in circles that eventually leads you off the cliff with the rest of the sheep. That's exactly where you're going. And, that's why we're miserable. That's why we get so depressed. And that's why we have depression and anxiety. We're depressed because of the past. So we're depressed because we didn't live the life to the fullest up until now. And we're anxious over the future because we think that we can't change it. Whereas we're in this present moment now, you can remove the anxiety and depression by changing your life, changing your story. We're fixated on this world that we live in, that it has to be a certain way. It only has to be the way that you make it. What is your values in life? What truly sets your soul on fire? Are you doing the things in your life to transform? Are you doing that inner healing? Are you making those choices to change your circumstances? Or are you doing that job that you hate instead of expanding your knowledge and going after a career that you want, the life purpose that you deserve to actually fulfill? Are you spending time every weekend with the wrong people, going to the same pub, surrounded by the same people? Because years ago, when I lived in the small town mindset, I was with a toxic narcissistic partner, and he was an alcoholic. He's 17 years older than me. And my goal, because if you can't beat him, join, and I ended up drinking every day as well. My dream was to be in the pub every day. Every day. And it gives me the chills now. Oh my God. Whoa, sorry, but you could guarantee you walk into the pub, and I bet you anybody, I haven't been in the pubs that I used to go to in a long time, right? And I know, and it's funny, right? I actually, after I broke up with him, it says about 2 years. It's definitely a year and a half between the time I had gone to the local pub and, I decided to go again. I was like, I'm going to go for a pint. I'm going to see what it's like. It's going to be grand. It was disgusting. Every single person that had been there when I was drinking over 10 years ago was in the same stool, in the same spot, drinking the same drink, talking the same shite. And I guarantee you, if I went to that pub now, today, you would see the same people on the same stools. And I'm not saying that this is every day, but even at the weekends, if you're going to the local pub, you can guarantee who's on which stool and who's talking what shite. That's disgusting. Oh my God, is that not just so scary? It's scary. It's scary that I used to be in that mentality. That, like, you know, I wanted to be a part of the furniture in that pub like everyone else is. And like, that's just an analogy really of what life is like when you don't change. You can guarantee you're doing the same thing every day, the same routine, meeting the same people, never evolving. The biggest thing you might do is go into the fucking nightclub once a fucking month and it's like, yay, change. That's not fucking change. That's still doing something toxic that's not in alignment with your soul. You know what I mean? You're still, like, this is what we did when we were fucking 19 or 20. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't want to get old, so I don't want to stop partying. You get old because you don't live. Not because you party, or not because you stop partying, it's because you stop living. You know what I mean? And if you're actually literally doing the same thing over and over again, the same pub, the same nightclub, the same people, that's going to make you old quicker because it just drains you. Oh my God. Oh, it's so constricting. Oh my God. I can just feel the claustrophobia of thinking about that. Do you know? And like, this is what we're here to make memories. We're here to evolve. And what is a memory if you can't remember because you're in the pub every weekend, or that you're literally having the same conversation you had last weekend with the same person about the fucking weather? Do you know, it's literally the same shit, different day. It's literally, oh Jesus, did you watch the match yesterday? Oh Jesus, it's going to rain, isn't it? Oh my God, this is what it's like in Ireland. It's the same stuff. Did you see that on the news? Did you hear about this one? It's like, oh, the same conversations over and over and over and over again. And you're expecting your life to evolve, and you're sitting there, and this is where the victim mentality comes in. This lack mentality going, oh me, oh my God, my life is so boring, there's nothing I can do about it. There's everything you can do about it. Change the fucking situation. Change fucking direction. That's what it's all about. You know, what do you fucking want? I'm getting sick of asking people this. What do you want? Do you know what I mean? We're living a life that we think we want. We're living a life that we think is going to make us happy. But do you really want to get to 50 years of age and be in the same pub? I know I keep going on about the pub analogy, but like, I live in Ireland, so this is what my life used to be like. Do you know what I mean? This is what I evolved out of. You know, but do you really want to be sitting on that stool when you're 50, looking around at the same people every day, having the same conversation you had last week because you can't remember the conversation because you were drunk? Do you know what I mean? And like, this is the mentality I was in. I didn't know there was a world outside the fucking village until I left the fucking village. Do you know what I mean? And like, you know, I missed out on so many adventures being in a toxic relationship, but also being in that small town mindset. You know, I didn't know I had values. I thought there was nothing more to life than partying. I thought there was nothing more, you know, and like, you know, if I stopped partying, I was getting old. Oh no, I feel younger than ever because I don't fucking drink anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you actually add years to your life if you stop drinking. You can still party and dance. Music is the drug. You can still go out and have a life, but you need to change the circumstances in order for anything to actually change. You cannot expect a different result if you keep doing the same shit over and over again. So what are your priorities? What are you making a priority? Are you saying yes to the wrong things and no to the things that could actually help you to evolve? Are you doing the same stuff over and 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 over again to the brink of fucking insanity? Because that's what it is. That is the definition of insanity. The same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You know, what do you really want with your life? What do you actually want? How are you supposed to make real memories and feel fulfilled in your life if you're working for that narcissistic boss, if you're in toxic relationships and friendships and family dynamics, if you're surrounded by the wrong fucking people? You know, and this is where it comes in as well, and I spoke about this before. You are like, you know, we are the average of the 5 people we hang around with. So if you're on a healing journey of any kind, and if you are trying to transform, but the 5 people you hang around with are the 5 people that want to go to the pub every weekend, you know, you're going to literally get into the bowl of bad apples and turn into an asshole. That's what it is. You know, I said this before. What happens when you put a good apple into a bowl of bad apples? You get a bowl full of fucking assholes. And you're literally slowly but surely turning into a fucking asshole, you know, or, you know, becoming that bad apple because you're not leaving the situation. And I look back as well, I was surrounded by the wrong people. That negative, low vibrational energy, that really, gossiping, bitching about everyone, always moaning about something, like whether it was the weather or money or fucking, oh, Jesus Christ, would you fucking talk about something happy? You know what I mean? And like, you actually, that seeps into your soul. And you end up being miserable because you're surrounded by fucking miserable people. Do you know what I mean? And like, as you evolve, you can't tolerate that anymore. But if you stay in it, you will turn into a bad apple. You know what I mean? I lost all sense of self because I was still around negative energy. I had to walk away from friends and family members because of this. Anything that drains my energy, I'm fucking gone. Because I spent too much of my life people pleasing and being around the wrong fucking people. Saying yes to things I didn't want to say yes to. Depleting my energy and changing who I was. Not deliberately. I was literally, it's like this, it's like, I just have this vision of this, this cloud. It's like, it's like the new movie, Thunderbolts. And it's like when your man goes dark, like the big shadow goes over everyone and they get lost in this shadow world, where all your bad memories are. But it's like that, this cloud of darkness just seeps over you and you end up getting stuck in this low vibration energy. And it's hard to get out of when you actually get that far, if you allow it to go that far. So it's really important to remove yourself from those situations. If you want to succeed in life, you need to remove the negative energy that stops you from succeeding. Like I questioned for a long time. I was so angry. Why did I have to walk away from family? Why did I have to walk away from friends? Why do I have to be left on my own? But the only way I was allowed to evolve was not having that dark energy seep into me and keep me stuck. Because those people are going to plant seeds of doubt and they're going to tell you you're crazy. They're going to be like, oh my God, you've changed. We're supposed to fucking change. We really are. We're not supposed to be caterpillars for our whole lives. We're supposed to get our wings and become the butterflies we were always meant to be. This is it, like. And if people are bitching at you for changing, no, they're the actual people you need to walk away from. You know what I mean? We have to evolve. We really do. And this is the time and this planet, the first time in fucking, I don't know how many fucking generations, we're getting this opportunity to evolve, to change. We're not here just to change ourselves. We're here to change the next person. Show them your results. If they're trying to keep you stuck, step away, do your thing and show them the results. I wouldn't be where I am right now if I had stayed in those situations. I would have been stuck. I would have still been in that negative, same shit, different day energy. Oh my God, just the thoughts of it, really, it feels so good to be able to have escaped that. And it is escaping it. Because you just have a look around you. Is it literally like the exact same week, day in and day out? The exact same day in and day out? The exact same conversations, day in and day out. Because I'm sorry, because this gets me as well. Like, I've had to walk away from even more people. And like, you could have a conversation with somebody you had a conversation with 2 or 3 months ago. And the thing hasn't changed. It's the exact same conversation. It's like, I'm still in this miserable job. Life is still the same. Did you see the weather? Oh, sorry, but fucking Jesus, it really triggers me. And like when I have conversations like that these days, if I have a repeated conversation with somebody that is the exact same, where there's nothing actually changed in their lives, I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's the last time I'm having that conversation with you. I'm gone. No, I'm sorry. Like, I've been trying to help you evolve, and literally, you're after literally. Like, I could go back. Like, you could probably go back over messages with people and actually take a photograph of each one. You might speak for 3 months, but take a photograph of that conversation and a photograph of that one, and they're the same fucking conversation. Because that person did not do anything in the last few months to do anything except do the same thing every single fucking day. That's toxic. That's scary. Oh my God. I can feel that dark energy or that cloud. If you haven't seen Thunderbolts yet, watch it because you'll get what I'm saying. That big cloud of darkness that seeps into your fucking soul if you don't change. So if you want to evolve, if you want to see change and progress in your life, get the fuck out of your own way and move yourself out of these situations. And make some different decisions. do you really want to get to 20 years from now and say to yourself, I'm doing this on Wednesday and I'm doing this on Thursday and then Friday I have this again and then Saturday, oh Jesus, we might go to the pub. Yay! Oh, and I might go watch this on a fucking Sunday like I do every fucking Sunday. Oh my God, is that not boring? Oh my God, that sounds so boring. You know what I mean? So 20, like, ask yourself, do you want, like, if your weekends and your days and everything are all the fucking same and you're not doing anything to change it, have a look into your future. Have a look in 20 years' time. And if you don't make a decision now to change your life, you're going to be living the exact same shit every single fucking day. And you're going to look back and say, why didn't anything change? Why am I so depressed? Why am I unsatisfied with my life? It's because you didn't make that decision to choose yourself and choose the life that you want. Choose your values and choose your priorities. You're choosing the wrong ones. You're living life for other people. You're living an existence based on a small town mindset. And you're literally going to stay going around in that circle until the circle eventually leads you off a fucking cliff. And that's it. So stop repeating the same cycles. It's time to break that shit. It's time to start living your life instead of just existing. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today. I'd love nothing more than to help on your path.